Pino with More Than Organized here. I'm a certified professional organizer and simplicity expert, and I am coming to you live today from my niece's bedroom because I'm on my way back to Albuquerque from the Thrive 2016 event, which was amazing and fabulous. And it's Monday though, and I'm traveling, and so I have this stopover just before Halloween. So me and the pig decided to come in and say hello and see what we could do. So this More Than Organized Minute Monday is going to be all about the concept of what to do with all the little pieces of paper that pile up around your office and in the bottom of your briefcase or backpack or purse. All the little stuff that you accumulate on a trip or that just arrives in from the car every day. And a lot of it is things you need to enter into the computer or a calendar. And in the 1 Minute Mail Solution Kit, which is available over at morethanorganized.net, there's a full description of what is happening there. And the whole concept of the to enter pile, it's a whole category of the kinds of information that come through our lives. So it's the things that just need a quick jot in the calendar or on the to-do list. It is the notation of the thing you need to take with you when you go to the other thing. It's information to enter in a specific spot. It's the one bit of information you needed to finish the blog post. It is the one thing you needed to finish the note to someone via email or a handwritten note. It's the address into the contact list. It's those little pieces of paper that tend to pile up in the I'll do it later pile. Well, just change this around. Instead of having a pile for I'll do it later, let's have a pile of let's do it during the time I set aside to enter things. And if you set that time aside regularly, as in daily or weekly at the max, you can create a small spot for that pile to go. Whether it's just a corner of the desk or the top drawer or a bin or basket or even a flower pot, whatever you want it to be. It can be a file or a folder, but do it from the perspective of this is here very temporarily until it gets entered into the place it needs to be. So it's the business cards after the networking event. It is just those little things, invitations, appointments, and often the information that you enter once you enter it during the time you've set aside for your to enter items. Sometimes this is actually one of those times that can be short. It can be like 10 or 15 minutes a day or maybe 20 minutes a week, depending on what you're working on. But you want to have it consistent and set up in your calendar as a recurring task so it becomes a routine to look in the place you've decided to set aside to hold your to enter items, and then you enter them during that time frame. And then that stuff gets put into one of three places. It is either now trash or recycle. It is put it in your to waiting for pile, which we'll talk about again, but you can get insight into that also in the 1 Minute Mail Solution Kit, available at morethanorganized.net. Okay, so we've got trash, we've got the waiting for pile. That's the pile for when you have to take the paper with you to the event that you've just noted in your calendar. It's the directions to the wedding, the ballet tickets, the doctor's lab orders, those kinds of things that you need the piece of paper, but you don't need it till the day you're doing your thing. Or it can be filed. So occasionally you need to enter the information, like say you get a new credit card and you need to log in or note the login information in your account list worksheet or in your password login indicator place, and then it can go away. The paper can go away, or it can live in the file or folder for the permanent record of that kind of thing archived. So I hope that helps. just know you need to have the place designated where you're going to keep the to enter things. You need to set aside the time to regularly enter the things into the computer. And then you need to have the secondary location where the piece of paper might go. 90% of this stuff is going to go in the trash, and 10% of it will be saved for the specific date. Maybe 1% gets saved to an archive type folder. So hope that helps. Again, there's an area where you can really power up your results for entering to enter things by ripping the item in half. If it's something like a business card or information about an account and you are working and you might get interrupted, as you enter, get in the habit of ripping the piece of paper in half, and that way you know that got entered. That's no longer needing to happen. So that then you can put it in the trash or the recycle, but you will have an indication of if you've done it or not if you get interrupted. So that works great in an office situation where you're entering a whole bunch of stuff and you might have to answer the phone in the middle, and then you'll know, oh, I stopped at that one because it's not ripped. All right. Hope that helps, and I look forward to seeing you again next Monday for another More Than Organized Monday, where we might just be going into the waiting for pile. Anyway, in the meantime, check out morethanorganized.net. Lots of free resources, including the 1-Minute Mail Solution Kit. Thanks for dropping by. See you later.